Hello, my name is Fiona Stanton from Papercraft, and I'm going to go through a video for this month's Craft in a Box classes. So we're using the Celebration item counting sheep and their corresponding dies, sheep dies. They're both available at a £45 spend. So if you spend £45, you can pick that up for free, and a further £45 you can pick up that for free. So what we're going to do, we're going to do our stamping and our die cutting. So we're going to die cut out our little sheep. So I'm just using black memento ink for here, and we're doing a DL card for this one. Stamp that out. They stamp really nicely, these stamps. There you go, and that one's done. So that's ready for die cutting. And while I've got my ink out, I'm just going to do the sentiment, which goes at the bottom. So this is the So Sweetly dies, or stitched So Sweetly dies from Stampin' Up. Normally I stamp and die cut, but because I was getting kits ready for everybody else, I did mine as well. Might as well. Now then, because I'm a stingy person, I'm not prepared yet to change my sheets, change my plates for the mini Stampin' Up Cut and Emboss, and they're marking my projects at the moment. Let me just stitch these stick these down in place. So I'll show you what I do to make sure I don't mark up my cardstock with my dirty plates. Plates always get dirty, and you can get replacement plates. And in fact, I have a set. And what I normally do is I open up. So I normally will get rid of that plate, and my top plate I will then get a new plate. So I get rid of that plate, which is my bottom plate, or the cutting surface side, and then I will get a new plate out to replace that one, and then that one goes at the bottom. That was a long-winded explanation of how I use my plates, so I don't get a full set out each time, I just replace one plate. So it does mean that you need to only use one plate for cutting rather than two. But as I'm feeling rather stingy at the moment, I'll show you what I do instead. Let me just put that down. So this is just a plain piece of copier paper. I'm just going to put that over my dies. Put my plate down, for there's something on my plate which is making a mark, leaving my paper dirty afterwards, and that will still cut out, but all the dirt goes on the copier paper rather than the dies, or the paper that I want. So let me just put that away and out the way. A lot of the dies now that Stampin' Up are doing will fit the mini machine. Some won't, obviously. I'd always advise, if you can only get one machine, to get the bigger machine, because then you can do all dies. But the mini one is quite handy for things like this, so I don't have to get the big one out all the time. I should put my ink away. I know what's going to happen. I will put something in the ink if I don't put it away. I'm extremely messy like that. Which is why I always put my dies away. And you have to patiently wait for me to put everything away, because otherwise I will make a mess. Alright, just make sure I'm in view still. Take that up, that can go. And that's my sheep. So first of all, what I'm going to do with, I'm just going to pick a colour. This is light Bermuda Bay. I'm just going to colour in my hat. I'm not going to use both shades, it's only a small area, I just want to put some colour in it. Right. What I will do as well, because I'm just going to use the light Just Jade just to add in a little bit of colour into the dots. Just a little. Right. So now I'm going to create my background. I'm going to use the Stampin' Up blending brushes. So let's just get those out of the way for a minute, let those dry off. And that's. So I'm going to start, now it's going to be a weird, I did do a different combination, but it didn't really work. I didn't like that middle section. I think that was mint macaron and it didn't really work. So I'm going to start with the Just Jade, tap it off, and then add your colour. These are the blending brushes from Stampin' Up. You do get 3. I've managed to lose one. I've only got 2 at the moment. I'm going to get another set. And with all blending, it just takes time and patience just to build up the colour. And don't do what I do. You're meant to start off the card and not on the card, but we'll work through that. Now just be aware, see my hands are all inky. These brushes are really easy to clean. You can just, you know, do it on your mat. You can wash them, but you need to leave them to dry overnight. They are, as you can see, quite dense. But you can wash them just in ordinary soapy water. Obviously don't leave them in water. Take them out and leave them somewhere to air dry, and it will take overnight to air dry. Right, this is where I hope that my hands are clean enough and I'm not going to get ink everywhere. So this is, my theme for this month was Clean and Simple Cards, or CAS, C-A-S, as they're also known. There's a Facebook group which you can join, which is all about clean and simple cards. And the idea is that only a third of the card front is really decorated. The rest of it is white space, and that includes embossing detail as well. So this may not quite qualify as a CAS card. The thing is with CAS cards, as you can see here, I've done mine straight, is that you have to be perfect. You have to be absolutely perfect, and I wasn't perfect with that. You have to make sure that the white space is white, and what you're putting on there is it's going to work. Let me see where. So this is Wink Stella. I'm just going to put a little bit of Wink Stella over things, over his face and his legs. You do have to be careful using Wink Stella with water-based inks. And then I'm just going to use some dimensionals to put everything on. Yeah, because Wink Stella, sorry, is water-based as well, so you just need to be careful when and little one on the hat. I do like the fact they've got 2 different sizes of dimensionals, and they've got them in black, the 2 sizes as well, so that always helps. And then we're just going to put some gems down. Where did I put my gems? I got my gems out ready. So what did I do with them? They're there, hiding in plain sight. And then we're just going to stick some gems. Oops. Randomly. So those are 2 finished cards with the blended background and the jumpy sheep. Happy birthday. Thank you very much. Bye bye.